the vanishing roads. In 2022, the Federal Ministry of Infrastructure awarded a 180 billion Nigerian nairas project to rehabilitate and expand major highways across the country. It was meant to transform connectivity, open trade routes, and change lives. But by mid-2024, not a single kilometer of asphalt had been laid. The funds? Gone. The documents? Perfect. The signatures? Authentic, or so they appeared. The discovery. It began quietly, like many stories of corruption do. An internal audit report flagged minor irregularities in progress certificates. What seemed like harmless accounting errors soon revealed a deeper deception. The ministry's permanent secretary had ordered an independent forensic audit, led by Angela Ojua, a senior forensic accountant with over 15 years of experience in government fraud detection. Her reputation was solid. She had previously exposed a 3.4 billion Nigerian nairas procurement fraud in the Housing Commission. Angela's mandate was clear: trace the missing funds, reconcile the records, and identify the culprits. But what she would uncover went far beyond mismanagement. It was a systemic conspiracy, engineered from within the ministry itself. The paper trail. Angela began with the basics: payment vouchers, vendor lists, contract approvals. Every document looked perfect on paper. Each contractor pre-qualified, all disbursements properly authorized. But something bothered her. Of the 18 listed contractors, 6 shared the same mailing address, a small apartment complex in Utako, Abuja. Another 3 were registered within the same 48-hour period. What Angela found was not coincidence, it was coordination. Ghost companies, forged identities, and layered payments designed to appear legitimate. Her team ran the contractor names through the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC. For did not exist at all. Their registration numbers were fabricated. The rest were shell firms created by mid-level officials and frontmen, drivers, security guards, and relatives of politicians. Within weeks, the team traced 76 billion Nigerian nairas to accounts held in multiple commercial banks, split into small tranches, funneled through microfinance institutions, and eventually converted to foreign currency. Each transaction bore the same approving officer, Director of Projects, Engineer Julius Ibe, a man known for his discipline, punctuality, and reputation for getting things done. The Web Titans. Angela requested a meeting with Ibe. He welcomed her into his office with charm and warmth. "Madam Angela," he smiled, "you auditors always think everyone is guilty. Relax. Sometimes numbers lie on their own." But Angela wasn't there for small talk. She handed him a copy of a suspicious payment voucher with his signature. "Did you authorize this 4.2 billion Nigerian nairas disbursement to Mabros Engineering Limited?" she asked. "Of course," he replied confidently. "They handled the Benin, Lokoja segment." "There's no record of Mabros ever mobilizing to site," she said calmly. "In fact, their listed address is a kiosk." For a moment, Julius's composure cracked. Then he forced a chuckle. "That's impossible. Maybe an administrative mix-up. Let me check with procurement." Angela left his office knowing something was deeply wrong. 2 days later, her junior analyst, Musa, received a veiled threat through an anonymous text message. "Tell your boss to stop digging where there's no treasure." The message was a warning. But Angela's instinct told her she was close. The hidden ledger. Weeks later, a confidential informant, an IT officer from the ministry's data unit, approached Angela secretly. He handed her a flash drive. "I copied this from the internal payment server before they wiped it," he whispered. "Who's they?" Angela asked. "Accounts and Budget Department. After your request for digital records, they deleted entire payment histories." The flash drive contained an encrypted spreadsheet titled Roads Consolidated. Inside were line items with coded entries like R12/segment 8, 3.5B, and retention fee, phase 4, 2.8 billion Nigerian nairas. Angela cross-matched them with bank transfer logs, and the result was explosive. A web of 22 accounts linked the ministry to offshore shell companies in Dubai, Cyprus, and Mauritius. The signatories matched known proxies connected to political figures. This wasn't mere embezzlement, it was an engineered heist disguised as bureaucracy. Angela compiled her interim report and submitted it to the Auditor General's Office and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC). 2 days later, her office was broken into. Laptops, hard drives, and physical files, all gone. The Alliance of Silence. Angela realized she couldn't rely on internal structures anymore. The leak had come from within the ministry, and possibly from within law enforcement itself. That's when she reached out to Detective Henry Mason, a forensic investigator with Interpol's Financial Crimes Division, who had once worked on cross-border fraud cases. Together, they reconstructed the money trail through SWIFT records, cross-checking offshore transfers with domestic authorizations. Their findings implicated not just eBay, but also the permanent secretary, 2 senior directors, and a deputy governor of the central bank who had approved the foreign transactions. The deeper the forensic audit went, the clearer the pattern became. Corruption wasn't the disease, it was the system's immune response to accountability. Angela's next move was dangerous. She filed a sealed petition directly to the Attorney General, bypassing intermediaries. Within days, media outlets began whispering of a massive infrastructure fraud investigation. Anonymous sources hinted that an internal auditor had provided key evidence. The backlash. Suddenly, Angela was transferred for administrative reasons to a dormant desk position in another agency. Her security clearance was revoked. She was being silenced. But Angela refused to stop. Working covertly with Detective Mason, she continued analyzing data from a safe house. Their breakthrough came when they discovered one specific transaction, a 9.6 billion Nigerian nairas payment to Axis Trade Solutions Ltd., a supposed supplier of asphalt. The address? A residential compound in Ikoyi belonging to Honorable Chuka Nwafor, the minister himself. Angela's team obtained a forensic copy of the property's deed. It listed Axis Trade Solutions as a tenant. The minister had literally rented his own house to a fake company he controlled, and paid himself through government funds. The revelation was damning. The whistleblower hearing. Under growing pressure from civil groups, the Senate Committee on Public Accounts opened a hearing. Angela was invited to testify. She arrived, armed with evidence, bank statements, ledger copies, and forensic reports. Cameras rolled as senators asked routine questions. Then one senator, known for his loyalty to the administration, tried to discredit her. "Madam Angela, are you suggesting that the honorable minister personally benefited from these payments?" "I'm not suggesting," she replied steadily. "I'm proving." The room went silent as she presented the documents. Screens displayed matching signatures, bank account numbers, and property deeds. For the first time, the story hit national headlines. Forensic auditor links top minister to 180 billion Nigerian nairas road scam. The aftermath. The government promised a full investigation. The minister was suspended, but never arrested. 2 senior directors fled the country. Engineer Julius Ibe died mysteriously in a car accident weeks later. Angela faced smear campaigns, social media harassment, and fake allegations of misconduct. But public opinion rallied behind her. Civil society organizations awarded her a Medal of Integrity. Months later, the EFCC, armed with Angela's original forensic report, secured convictions against 4 contractors and 2 permanent secretaries. Though the top politicians walked free, 42 billion Nigerian nairas was recovered. Angela Ojua's investigation changed nothing and everything. The roads remain unbuilt, but the truth, once buried beneath paperwork and deceit, surfaced long enough to remind a nation that integrity still breathes in the shadows of corruption. Moral and call to action. Corruption thrives not because the corrupt are powerful, but because the honest are silenced. Forensic auditors, whistleblowers, and investigators risk everything to expose deceit. Support transparency, demand accountability, and protect those who speak the truth, because justice begins when silence ends.